funny. It's just a funny thing. I was like, think about all these times that we spent in this town, and everybody's kind of like met so many musicians, you know. And then like when you walk in here to the backstage area, at least there's all these photos on the wall. It's pretty intimidating when you walk in. It's like oh, there's Bill Monroe like on stage, and you know, Hank Williams, and like it's really heavy, like it's heavy. But the funny thing is about it is they're all kind of like badasses. So there's this picture in my dressing room of Hank Williams like kicking this guy's ass. No kidding. It's right above that. He's like grabbing this guy by the throat, like, oh, and the guy. They're all kind of a bunch of, you know, shit kickers. So I'm like, and then I remember we did this gig at, was anybody at this gig? It was at, I think, Lakewood Amphitheater. We had all those musicians came down. Like, it was just a plethora of amazing musicians. Ricky Skaggs was there. Yes. And Sam Bush and like all these, Del McCrory, everybody was all at this gig. First of all, story number one, they all came in the band room. I'm not fucking making this up. And they're like, had their instruments and stuff. Ricky Skaggs. And they're like, oh, you know, so these guys all come in the band room. It's like, you guys want to play some tunes? And it's like, sure. And I said, you guys want to do Country Boy? You know that song, Country Boy? And so this Ricky Skaggs, and he like counted it off. He's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I may look like a bank teller. Oh man, in the band room, 2 inches from our head. Unbelievable. I think we did it later on the stage, but I'm telling you, it was better in the band room, sorry. But they're like, you know, drinking and talking, I don't know. And then I think Winona Judd was there. And we ended up doing Freebird, do you remember that? And she like grabbed this like half-naked frat boy out of the front row and like pulled him up on stage and singing Freebird to him. If I leave here. It's so funny. And then there's like, last story, I'll keep going, but. So, this is a good one. So this is the lessons that we learned from our elders. So there's a picture of Willie backstage on the wall, right? He's like been here a million times. And I remembered like we played at Farm Aid, right? So this is like 1999 or something. So this is the lesson that I learned from, the music lesson that I learned from Willie and Neil Young that day. So we're playing at Farm Aid, right? It's exactly how this, and Willie first invited me on his bus. So this is how this whole thing started. So you go on Willie's bus, right? And he's just. So it begins like I'm just completely like just obliterated with Willie on his bus, which is cool enough. So then he's kind of like, we're gonna play a song or something? I was like, yeah, man. I said, how about Moonlight in Vermont, because we're from Vermont. And he says, okay, we're gonna do Moonlight in Vermont, like a Farm Aid. And he's like, you guys do your little thing. I'll stand on the side stage. I'll come out. So then I like, I'm crippled, and I'm like, try to get off the bus. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to find the door, and like, okay, Moonlight in Vermont. I gotta learn this song, learn the chords. And then, right next to his bus is Neil Young's bus. So like, I go on Neil Young's bus, right? Some of the other guys were probably with me, and then I go on there, and he's on there, and Woody Harrelson is like on the bus, and they're like getting high on Neil's bus. So now I'm getting more crippled and then, oh my God, the whole thing was, so, and they're like talking, and his bus is like built out of like old pieces of car that are like, I've seen pictures of it, it's like, wow, there's like wood beams and like, the hoods of cars like soldered onto the bus, and like tapestries and like fringy lamps all over the place. It's really cool, like touching the fringe and all this. Wow, you know, like I'm on. So then he's like, oh, you want to play a song? I'm like, yeah, let's play a song, you know? And he's like, what do you want to play? And I said, man, Powderfinger, right? And he's like, okay, man, like, okay, cool. And so like he had like some guitars and like we sit down and we start playing Powderfinger like on the bus. I'm dying, you know? Like, oh my God. And we practice it, right? And we get it. It's like, good. You're gonna take this harmony, I'm gonna do that, and all right. Now I gotta get off that bus, I gotta find the door. And I'm like, all right, but holy shit, we're gonna play, excuse my language, in the church on Sunday. I don't think any of these guys would mind that. But anyway, so we're gonna play, we practiced it, it's ready. We got the 2 songs ready, right? All I gotta do is like keep myself together. And I start walking off the bus, and just as I'm walking off, Neil's like, you know, he says, I don't like to, I'm not that good at planning stuff. So, whatever that means. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because like, I'm not really either. So I walk off, and he's gonna do his solo acoustic set right before ours. So it's like, I walk on the bus, he's gonna walk on, and then we're gonna go on and do this Powderfinger. So he walks out with his acoustic guitar, and he's like, look out, mama. It's like, he starts playing Powderfinger, like in his set. I'm kind of like, well, hey, you know, okay, whatever. He's not coming on. That's my message. Forget the whole thing, right? So then we go on. I just forgot. I was like, after practicing and rehearsing, I learned I had the, you know, words like taped up or something. Anyway, we go on. We just start playing, and we're playing. We get into this jam, like at Farm Aid, and we just kind of veer off into some like la-la jam, right? And we're like, yeah, wow, yeah. I'm like looking over at a fish and like, yeah, jam, jam, jam. And all of a sudden, like, I just kind of lost track of where I was, and I gave up on the Neil Young thing because he played the song, so we're not gonna do that. And then like, I hear this sound behind me, and it's my guitar, right? I know how that sounds. I was like I'm playing, and I hear this like, I'm like trying to figure out where it's coming from and all this shit. And then like I turn around, and it turns out that Neil had like heard this jam, and he was kind of really into it. He's like, wow, it's a cool jam. He just walked out on stage behind me and picked up my spare guitar and like plugged it into the amp. He didn't have any guitars out there, and he just started rocking out like on whatever we were doing. And I think we went into some other song. We just made something up. Oh yeah, Down by the River or something, because they're there. And then apparently, because at the crew, the final part of the story is that everybody's standing over the side, and I guess Willie was standing over on the side, and he was kind of starting to get mad because this was going on for a long time. We were supposed to stop. This is like a TV show, you know? Everybody's like, God, and he was going to come out and do. Anyway, so what did I learn from all that? Never plan anything. And I will take that one to the grave. Thank you. I don't know what. Oh, yeah.